amazing. The competition they face on Tuesday is stiffer than what they see on a Saturday. Pistol set for Tua Tagovailoa with Damian Harris standing behind him. They are going to try to run the football between the tackles
that they've gotten from number 13. Efficient, deadly, mobile, and accurate. He gives you all that you're looking for.
And now he throws a little swing pass to Harris out of the backfield, and Damian, who can do it all. Everyone football this week.
Only power football, situational football here on a short yardage.
There's Tagovailoa following Lester Cotton.
In the many different ways that this offense can hurt you.
Again, Harris with a hole and past the 40 passes. Sherman Williams, 12th all-time in rushing. And again, a fake this time to Damian, and it's Jerry Jeudy wide open across the middle. Somehow keeps his feet. Look at this athleticism down to the 20 yards.
The playmakers that they have on the perimeter, and it quite literally is pick your poison.
That was 35 yards for the sophomore from Deerfield Beach. Now back to the ground, and Harris will get a couple.
So far, this zone to the left 3 times already in this game behind Big Jonah Williams and Lester Cotton.
Fake to Harris. Another wide open receiver inside the 10-yard line. This is
the ability to get multiple receivers incorporated into the passing.
Couple of tight ends at the bottom of your screen, and it's Jacobs following them into the end zone. Here in Tuscaloosa, Stenches by blocking punts, their first of the season. Harris straight ahead into the sea of Crimson Tide offensive linemen, and he is, the frustration he's had is that some of them are mental errors. 2nd and 9. Seems to be some confusion there as Tagovailoa throws it to the end zone, but no. Player of the week last week. 387 yards passing and 4 touchdowns, 3 quarters against the Aggies. Jacobs, that is a big man, bulls his way ahead.
Tack on even more yards on what was otherwise an impressive run.
Tagovailoa wants to take a shot, and he's got a wide open receiver inside the 20. It's Jeudy.
Over the heads of linebackers and coverage underneath. He has that ability as well.
Jacobs patient and fights his way
among that running back group.
Another option is Tagovailoa will keep himself taking on defender.
Runner at that. Oftentimes finishing his runs falling forward.
Snap, Jacobs straight ahead, no problem, as he appears in his 5th college football game this year. Slings one through the middle, and it's dropped by
to evolve. This is passing. First play, a downfield pass.
Now this play hit in the backfield is Najee Harris.
Obviously other programs dealing with it. The redshirt rule, the interface of having 4 games and playing.
And how about this throw from the guy that sticks it out in Tuscaloosa?
It wasn't on the field when they won it this past season. How do you stick around? He wants to grow and evolve at the quarterback position.
24 yards for Waddle. Najee Harris with the carry.
Guys.
Yeah, and that was a big ovation that he received on this 2nd and 6. Has plenty of time, stands tall and delivers a bullet to Ruggs. And look at this space, and the guy flies into the end zone. Pass to Henry Ruggs on the last drive. This is Damian Harris in the game with him for a couple. Let's get an update.
He might be too smart. He's almost too aware on the field of what the defense is doing.
Hurts under pressure, and down he goes.
Was slightly higher with Hurts at quarterback. Some of the processing a little bit slow.
It's the 4th sack Alabama's allowed this season, and then he loads up and throws a strike to Ruggs.
Combination.
Jacobs breaking tackles inside. Nick Saban was effusive with his praise yesterday about the ability to add Enos to his staff. Harris goes straight ahead.
Has an impeccable reputation of working with his QBs.
We saw a lot of this the last couple of years as Hurts eludes a few, an interim head coach in Maryland. Najee again with all kinds of daylight on the left side.
You stay sharp. Maybe you learn from what the successes are here in the Alabama program.
Harris hits.
Can contribute already. It's on this drive alone, 3 different running backs having touched the football.
Harris touches it again. And makes it up to the 5. Crimson Tide has a 2nd and goal at the 5. Harris, look at this. Just too easy. Touchdown, Bama. Bryce. Not
Case
Kelly
in
Bryant.
point. Look, redshirt rules for freshmen. Redshirt rules shouldn't be applied to these upperclassmen.
Now Tua's back in the game, and a quick pass to Devontae Smith, who tried to get free. 9-yard completion there. Sophomore from Amite, Louisiana. Jacobs still finds the edge and gets the first here in Tuscaloosa. Najee Harris with the lateral quickness and the footwork.
His own blocks with a couple unblocked defenders.
To Harris, plenty of time, and delivers a strike to Hale to Irvin today. Need the opponent to know we can run and be effective. That's what Irv Smith said about the plan today. Here's Brian Robinson on the carry, and back in college football, he's the 4th guy we've seen on the field today for the Crimson Tide. Burst of speed, eludes a tackle, and spins ahead to the 20-yard line. 3rd down, Alabama perfect in this situation so far. Tagovailoa to the end zone, in stride to Waddle. Crimson Tide fan since the turn of the 1970s. You've sort of seen this before as Jalen Hurts hands off.
His quarter of a century on the sidelines here in Tuscaloosa.
The toss to Harris. Patient running payoff as he tiptoes the sideline and is out of bounds near.
For Najee Harris.
Had 30 there. Need him again. Cuts it back for a few more. Ryan intending to transfer earlier this week. 2nd and 6 run. Brian Robinson.
Face. But this is exactly why you stick around. A chance to play with your teammates and compete. Jalen Hurts deciding to do that. The redshirt rule.
This pass is
loosening the transfer rules and the 4-game window. You've got veteran players, guys that have been in programs for 2 or 3 years. You hold a program hostage and say, if I don't.
2nd and inside 2. Snap. That play was tough to develop.
Brian said, look, at this point in time, if you were offended to that extent that you want to transfer because you're no longer the starter, I can't imagine this being enough to say you want to come back to your team.
Jalen Hurts showing off this athleticism for 3 years in T-Town.
Making a positive play out of what could have been a tackle for loss.
Robinson. So strong.
Better than the secondary. So is that turkey and dressing.
Robinson's 6th carry of the day. Bulldozes his way to the 6th.
Interception right at the end of the first half. Here's a chance to capitalize on the pick here in the second half.
They can score in under a minute. Done it 11 times. And that ball, high school player that was committed to Kentucky for quite some time as he hands it off to Brian Robinson, running over defender.
These current field position.
And there's his 2nd completion, hitting Waddle in stride, and watch out, this could go all the way. 95 yards. Standing on the Georgia sideline when it happened, and Nick Chubb and Sony Michel, and just the heartbreak they had on their face. Robinson picks up where he left off inside football here in 1892. Robinson plows his way.
Penalties, you talk about the penalties, the punt team, the better tackling, the no explosive plays, the run the football with authority, like we're seeing here.
Again, first look today at Ronnie Clark standing behind Mac Jones, and here's Clark. Jones took a bad snap there. Ronnie's a 5th-year player.
Decals and helmets you got to polish up. Some of these guys You don't see any playing time. You just trot them out in the next game.
8th different ball carrier today. And Ford is inside.
To gain positive yards.
Jones slings another one, but it's dropped.
Did it late. Here in the second half, it's been a little bit derailed, but I think the message was not only sent over
Robinson again, he gets tripped up.
They've been doing that. The problem is that takes a little bit of the edge off of your blocking up front. Your guys, they can run, and they're seeing passes going over their head.
Follows a sea of Alabama blockers inside the 40-yard line down near the 35.
Insertion into the lineup when Williams went down.
And look at Ford gash him again as he's out of bounds. This one took a little creativity this week.
54 seconds to do it.
Ronnie Clark through the 15. What should be the final play of the game, with Clark getting the handoff and tackled at the 15-yard line.